here, Greg Weisman, Jymn Magon.
Hey guys.
Sure.
Yeah, we've got.
Is it a room in front? Is it on the floor? Floor space. We have one chair.
Well, it's a good thing, yeah. It's a good thing we didn't bring anybody else. I guess the first question that I would ask would be, the first question's for Jim. I got this one on Twitter. If you had continued with Talespin, where would that story have gone? It seems like there was so many things that were like laid in there that didn't ever finish up. Like, was the tension between Baloo and was that ever gonna happen?
Yeah,
you know, was he ever gonna get the plane back?
There's a big sexy.
There's going to be something called Baloo Velvet.
Yeah. David Lynch was hired.
Yeah.
I don't know what this is doing.
We all have that problem at our age, Jim.
Yeah, I know. No, actually, I don't think there was any arc where we were going to say, oh, we want to do this, and then we're going to go here. If you think of television as your favorite ice cream, let's say it's chocolate ice cream, every time you go back to the store to get chocolate ice cream, you want it to taste the same, right? You don't want it to suddenly taste like pistachio. So I think the success of these shows was, it's new, but it's the same thing. I like that. You know? So just more adventures, I think, is all I would say.
Mm-hmm. So if you got the chance to tell more adventures.
Well, you know, one of the biggest questions that we get asked all the time is, what happened to Mr. Cunningham? You know, is she divorced? Is he dead? And as my partner Mark Zaslov said, we will certainly tell you that. It's going to cost $150, and we'll let you know.
I always wondered that about Andy's mom in Toy Story. That's good. Or Andy's dad, I should say.
Yeah, exactly.
Mark, Bob, if you had the chance to tell more impossible stories, would you have things that you'd be interested in doing?
Yeah, I think so. I think we always felt, because we tracked their relationship, and then by the end, came around together. We thought it would be fun to, see what that would be like. When they had ups and downs and whatever. So yeah, I think we would have continued.
Yeah, I think the interesting thing about that show is, unlike most cartoons, the kid each year was a new year in high school, basically. So it kind of would have to be college, which is kind of not the Disney Channel demographic. So I don't know.
You know, if they went to Riverdale High,
yeah,
they could still
Oh,
be
my
there.
God. Thank you very much.
But yeah, I think we had some ideas on how we could do that. But I think we even had a scene originally showing them going to college at the very last episode, and the Disney Channel didn't like that because it made them seem too old or something. So we did a different kind of scene. But originally it was them arriving at college. It's the last scene of the last episode.
That seems like something that you could totally tackle today, though, with the age group that.
Well, now everyone's in college who watch the show. So
Yeah.
they can go along with it.
I'm way past college.
Yeah, well, yeah, we have heard that, when you look on Twitter, there's always somebody going, oh, I just heard somebody with the Kim Possible ringtone in class. And it's not elementary school where that's happening.
I run into at least 3 or 4 impossible cosplayers. So
I never have.
Really?
I see the pictures on the internet, but we've never, one year when Kim Possible was still on the air, I said, if somebody comes dressed as Kim Possible at Halloween, I'm doing something really good. I toy everything.
My TV.
Didn't happen.
I thought it was
Yeah, sure.
Going in.
Go figure.
It was a gadget outside I saw earlier.
I saw a gadget.
Well, there's not. I mean, it's amazing because it's such a popular character. I mean, not only amongst the girls who grew up with it, it was a strong role model for that. But a lot of boys love that show.
Yeah. And old men.
And by guys who did stuff on the internet they shouldn't be doing.
Yeah. Oh yeah. If you guys go to search any Disney characters,
you have to put on your safe search first.
I had to send some art reference to James Bonnie on Goslin when I first started doing the Darkwing Duck book, and I didn't put on the safe search. still can't unsee the things I saw. So Greg, I have a question for you. This one, someone said this to me and I was like, yes, why didn't I think of this? This is so amazing. And more importantly, why hasn't Disney thought of it? With technology where it is today, with the computer-generated graphics and whatnot, why are you not right now for Disney working on a Gargoyles live-action film? About that? That seems like money on the table.
Disney is currently developing a live-action movie called Gargoyles about creatures who wake up in modern-day Manhattan and are befriended by a New York police detective, and they claim it's not based on they've gone through at least 2 writers that I know of, and as far as I know, they don't yet have a script that they like, which I take as a good sign. I'm a little perplexed as to why Disney wants to wipe our show off out of existence and take the name and stick it on something that's so similar and yet not us. It's a little mind-boggling to me, but I have no inside information on why they're doing what they're doing.
Well, if only there were a writer that could write a good Gargoyles script. If only they knew somebody.
I have suggested myself on occasion over the last 19 and a half years. And actually...
No. Oh, just turn it up. I'm just not. You want up or down?
Can you guys hear me back there?
Yeah.
So actually, Michael Reeves was the story editor during the first 2 seasons of Gargoyles on the show, and back in 1995, they did hire Michael and I to write a treatment for a Gargoyles movie, which they then fired us off of. And back then it was actually a Gargoyles movie based on the show, but now it's not. And beyond that, I have no information. So I definitely think, with today's technology, you could make a phenomenal live-action Gargoyles movie with Keith David as Goliath, and Marina Sirtis as and Jeff Bennett, and all those guys. I have no doubt whatsoever that we could do that. But Disney owns it. I don't know. Disney owns it. It's completely up to them. I mean, all these shows, if it were up to the people up here, they probably never would have ended. And it's just never up to us. I get a lot of tweets in particular really angry at me for canceling Gargoyles or canceling Young Justice or Spectacular Spider-Man as if like that was my call. Yes, I like being unemployed. Thank you.
We get the ones that accuse, are you out of ideas?
Yeah. Very angry. Yeah, very vitriolic.
No, I found that's true. People generally do not know how these things work. We get that all the time, even with the comics. It's like, why did the comics stop? Why aren't there new comics? And it's like, it's not up to us. It's,
I think, in the old days, the magic number was 65. 65 episodes of something was enough that you could show it 5 days a week, all through the year. And then networks and syndication felt that was enough. I think the new benchmark for a pretty big hit is that sort of 78, 80 episodes. I think the rare thing is a SpongeBob, that's well over 100 now. So I think it's one of those things fans want to see more, creative people want to do more, but there's a business side of it that they say, well, this is what we need. And then later things get rebooted and things like that, like Ninja Turtles certainly has had multiple incarnations.
Yeah.
The original one was huge. And
200, I think we did, a couple hundred of the original one, yeah.
And then there were a couple reboots, and then the
now
current
we're
Nickelodeon
going
reboot.
Third season of 26 of that one. So.
Yeah, so sometimes that's what it takes too. A little bit of time goes by, and there's nostalgia.
Yeah.
you know, that people who did watch it originally maybe now have kids, and you know, I have my grandchildren love watching DuckTales and Rescue Rangers.
Oh, yeah.
So it'd be nice, I think, if Disney was smart, I think they would reboot the, you know, DuckTales would be a great CG show.
Here's the good thing, though, they'll never call it.
No.
Well, you know, the interesting thing is that, you know, DuckTales just had huge success re-releasing the game through Capcom.
Yeah.
Right.
So not only, you know, and I don't know the exact numbers on it, but I know one of the guys over at, you know, that designed the game said it was very well received.
Yeah.
So I believe they're actually working on some of the other Capcom games, like Rescue Rangers and maybe Darkwing Duck. But you know, when you mention Ninja Turtles, this is literally a property that's never really been out of the public eye since its inception. It's been there in some kind of form. And yeah, it's like we'll keep eating it up. It's like shut up and take our money. And so it's funny because it's such an evergreen property, and Disney has all these evergreen properties, and so many of them fall by the wayside. You know, and I understand wanting to do new things and things like that, but especially now with Netflix and all of the ways you can deliver these products to people, it seems like the time is right for that kind of. Oh, no, I'm just getting upset.
Join the club.
I want to say something real quickly. I was reminded when you were talking about Disney making decisions, there's a line that Diane Keaton has in the movie Sleeper, where she says, "Who can understand the criminal mind? We're artists, we respond only to beauty." And I think that's, who can understand the Disney mind?
I'm gonna try and talk a little louder. I understand I'm getting tweets from people saying I can't.
Don't tweet our answers.
We're getting tweets from 50 feet away.
I'm looking forward to the ones that are like, you're going off topic, you're blowing it. Got a gun! So, Greg, I gotta apologize when I asked the Gargoyles question. I thought I was being funny. I didn't realize I was pouring salt.